100 days sober. Thought I'd celebrate by getting blind drunk in my house on my own. That's a joke. I've done 100 days sober so far. This is a non-alcoholic Corona, one of my favorite non-alcoholic beers. And this video is about why I decided to spend this entire year sober. Well, that's my goal. And what 100 days sober has felt like so far. So let me run you through it. What's changed, what's been good about quitting alcohol, and the reason why I did it. And if you want to quit alcohol, how you can do the same and how it will change your life. So let me set up my proper video and let's get started. All right, 100 days sober, planning to do the whole year. That's my big goal for this year. Was 365 days, no alcohol. And I'm making this video just to have a conversation with you and tell you what it's been like. And you can decide if it's the kind of thing you maybe want to try to see if it improves your life and what the last 100 days has done for my life. I don't mind if you decide to drink it or not, and I don't think people that drink alcohol are bad. For me personally, I have a very addictive personality. If something feels good to me, I like to overdo it. And I used to do this a lot when I was younger, to the point where I was an alcoholic. I would drink every single day and a decent amount because I was addicted to feeling that fake confidence, that fake thrill. And I overcame that. I've done 6 months sober before and it changed my life. When I stopped drinking alcohol, I got all my motivation and focus back. I realized how bad my 9-to-5 life was. And I made changes in my life and I saved the money I was spending on alcohol. And I changed my body, my mindset, my physique. And I became free. I became an online entrepreneur. I made YouTube videos, traveled the world, and I started drinking again. And I've never gone back to being a regular drinker. I've never gone back to being somebody that has to drink every weekend or every evening. I've never been that at all. I've controlled it fairly well, hence why I've kept a good physique up until this point and still managed to have success. But what I realized last year was that there were so many times where I do a month, fantastic, like best work I've done. Or in regards to videos, I've not been that consistent. That's because I make a good video and I do well in business, and then I decide to enjoy myself. Everyone tells you, like in life, you've done really well, like it's normal, Jack, you go gym all the time, you've made good money, like you're making videos, it's going well. Go and enjoy yourself, let's have a party, let's go to the club, let's spend some money, let's get some bottles, get some girls. And I kind of bought into that. I was like, yeah, I've earned it. But in reflection of 2025, at the start of this year, I thought, you know what, 2026, the theme of my channel this year, and of 2026 for me is the year I turned pro. The year I turned into a professional, that I became 100% everything that I could become in 1 year. And it wasn't necessarily that alcohol was the worst thing in the world or that I couldn't function on it. But when I asked myself the question, is it making me better? The answer was very obviously no. It led to the majority of mistakes I made last year, lapses in focus, lapses in motivation, lapses in work. Everything that went kind of wrong for me last year came from those occasional binges of alcohol. So in the first 100 days of this year, it's been difficult, really difficult, and not for the reason you might think. It's not been difficult to not drink alcohol. It's been difficult to deal with life. What I didn't realize last year was that once a month I was getting a pressure release on the stress of business, of life, and I was able to relax in a way that kept me in a cycle of doing what I'd always done and being happy doing it and turning up in my business the same way without really making too many changes and just living the same life, being happy at the same standard. 30 days into this year and I was like, holy fuck, the pressure's going up and there's nowhere for it to go. Like, I'm getting stressed as fuck. And it really made me realize the value of not drinking, because what I've had to do is sit down and write out multiple times and spend nights in bed awake thinking about how do I really want my life to look. I've realized that I have not achieved my potential, that there's been a load of areas I've been slacking on and being relaxed with that I shouldn't have. And I've had to identify them over the past 100 days. And I've had to start to build a life that I really want to live that has no option for alcohol. And that's been awesome for me. That has really, really been positive because I've kept that momentum. I've gone on trips. I did the ski trip. I did that sober. That was a big one because the guys, they were good though. They didn't drink too much, but that was a big one because it's a fun idea for me. The year before on the ski trip, I was hammered the whole time. This time I worked. I made a great video on the ski trip. It's like that example of you quit alcohol, you got something out of it. Like I had to do something every day. I was skiing, yeah, but normally I'd ski and booze and it would be great fun. This time I was skiing, I was like, I've got more energy, what do I do? You pick up the camera, you make a video. When you've got no hangover, when you've got no interest in the drinking, you find things to do with your life. You find ways to improve because what alcohol does is it makes your normal life, your boring life, or the life that you're not 100% satisfied with, it makes you satisfied and it takes away that motivation and that drive to a point where you can sit in your day-to-day life and have your beers on the weekend and say, you know what, life's good. Life's good enough. I've just never been a person that wants good enough. I want the best. I want to know what my full potential is. Days 0 to 30, tough, because you're trying to find new ways to deal with your pressure. Days 30 to 60, I started adding in periods of time, solitude on my own. I've been training a lot harder. I've also been watching what I eat, no binges. My skin got clearer, lost a lot of bloating, really disciplined in my gym, and started sort of building out the type of life I want to. Start adding in recovery sessions, massages, days out, just things that I enjoyed that weren't drinking. Days 60 to 100, I've started to flourish. As you can see, this video will be 1 of 3 this week. And I've started to find my flow again and realign with the purpose and what I want to build in my life. And that building is the creation side. It's making videos that help other people and crafting my art of being a filmmaker and an inspirational person to other people, help them change their lives. And so that's what's happened to me so far. And on the 100-day mark, I don't see myself wanting to drink again this year. Maybe I will drink again in my life, so I don't want to make any promises, but at the moment I'm not thinking about it. I'm like, at the moment in my head, I've realized all it does is take away from me. Like, I can be a confident person without alcohol. When I'm at parties and I'm not drinking, I just leave earlier and get to sleep, and nothing really, I don't miss out on anything. With women, you stop trying to date or fuck women that you don't actually like. Because what does that actually give you? Like, you go out, you drink poison, you fuck a woman that you don't find attractive or like, and has probably been with a lot of other men, and is also drinking alcohol, and you wake up in the morning feeling like shit. Like, what part of that fits into any, why is that a positive in any way? And I'm not saying that to shame you, I've done that many, many times. But in my head, just maybe getting older, I've started to think like, why am I doing that? Like, why do I need to go out and prove that I can bang a girl that I don't want to bang whilst getting drunk with friends and being the life of the party? Who am I doing that for? Because that's not the person that I want to be. Do I need to know that I can bang a 4 out of 10? I already know that. I've done it. So that's some of the things you start to realise. You're like, maybe this is all a bit of a psyop. That we drink to celebrate, drink to forget, drink to commiserate. Drink when something good happens, drink when something bad happens. A lot of that's marketing, and a lot of it's to keep a population small. It's to keep a population never achieving their potential. How do you keep the crowd docile? Well, give them alcohol and entertainment. They won't have the energy to quit their 9 to 5, and they'll be docile. And that doesn't fit into kind of the person that I'm becoming. So I don't plan on drinking again. If you've got to this point in this video, you are probably somebody that's either thinking about doing this, you like my videos a lot, in which case I say thank you, or you're strongly considering maybe trying this because you know it's a problem, but you've really struggled to give it up. So now I'll give you the tips that I've got for quitting alcohol and making it easy. Because I remember this time was easy for me, but the first time I was scared, like really scared about quitting alcohol, because it was everything to me. I was like, how am I ever going to have fun again without drinking alcohol? How am I ever going to speak to a woman, let alone have sex with a woman? Like, how am I going to do that? And they're all things that you'll need to learn, yes. But how I quit the first time, was I listened to the audiobook, The Easy Way to Quit Alcohol by Alan Carr. Don't quit drinking until you've listened to the entire book. It rewires your mind and basically says a lot more than what I've said now on why you actually drink, and unraveling that, and that it's not taking something away. You're not like, right now I'm doing a year sober. I don't feel like I'm missing out. I feel like I'm gaining. It's not like, oh, a year sober, waiting for the year to be up. Yes, finally I'll get that thing back. It's like I'm separated from poison. Like in my head, my mind, it's like fantastic. Every day I feel prouder of myself for not doing it. Every day things start to stack up and I gain momentum in my life. For the first 30 days that you quit drinking, I would highly recommend, this is when you're going to be most susceptible to dipping your toe back in, because your new mindset of I don't drink alcohol hasn't really taken place yet. It takes about 30 days. They say 21 to build a habit, but to really solidify it, for you to see yourself in a different way as someone who doesn't drink, it's going to take around 30 days for that to happen. So in those first 30 days, I would just stay away from alcohol if you can't control it that well. So for the first 30 days, I'm not going to put myself in a position where I can drink alcohol. I also don't put myself in a position right now where I need to drink alcohol very often. If it's around me, that's fine, I can say no, but I don't go out of my way. I don't go to clubs, places I don't enjoy without a drink when I'm sober. I find things that I actually enjoy in my life. And those first 30 days are just finding what you enjoy to do, finding who you enjoy to be around. And you'll see massive increases in your energy, your motivation, and your mood stabilizes over those 30 days. Another thing that I use is the Quit Drinking app on iPhone. It's a like trivial little app, it's free. You just put in the day you started and it counts up your days, and you can go on, it tells you how much money you've saved based on what you drink normally, and you can look at that app and it helps me a lot, because it's like I'm aiming for that 365 days, and I like showing it to people. It's like a little bit of my personality, not everything, so not all I talk about, but when I meet someone, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't drink alcohol right now. I'm doing the whole year. Look, this is my app. I've got 100 days. It's like, it feels good. I put it on my Instagram sometimes, try and inspire people to do the same. I think you do this, and a lot of people around you start to look at their own habits of drinking. And I guess the final piece of advice, or the question I'll ask you, if you're still watching this now, is could you quit drinking for 30 days? Could you quit drinking alcohol for 30 days easily without wanting it? If you couldn't do that, if that feels hard, then you really know your answer of sort of where you need to go. And I think just do it. Give it a try. For me, it's an experiment. It's like, I'm not saying I'm sober for the rest of my life. I'm saying I'm sober for 1 year. You could say you're sober for 90 days. And you know you can always get it back. But you're just saying, let me see what it's like to live without it. And then I can make a decision on whether I want it or don't want it. Did my life get tangibly better in the 90 days, or did it get worse? And then depending on your choice, you can make your own choice, your own informed decision on whether you want to keep doing that or not doing it. But if right now you're living a life you hate and you're drinking alcohol to get through that, or you're just partying because that's the thing to do, you've got so much potential that you could be opening up and unlocking. And yes, it will be painful, and you will be forced to look at yourself and look inwards and figure out what you actually want and how to build real confidence in real life with real people and build a life that you love. But isn't that the point anyway? Isn't that really what we're doing this for? Do with that what you will. But yeah, it's been a great journey so far. Here's to 100 days sober and going on through the year. I'll make a video again probably at 200 days, and then at a year I'll stay strong and keep doing my thing. And I'll of course let you know if by some freak chance I end up getting absolutely bladdered one night. But I don't intend on it. And I hope this video's helped you or reached the right person and maybe changed your mindset and seen that life can be really, really good if you kind of get rid of the bad habits and the instant gratification and go after something real. So it's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you on the next one. Wow!